Hello there, everybody. So let's talk some more about this stuff, all right? Luke 22, Jesus told them, as you go into the city, and that's another word for your mind, you will meet a man carrying a jar of water. Follow him into the house, all right? So here is Aquarius. He is the water bearer carrying the jar of water. And then at his feet is Pisces. That was the age of Pisces right beneath him. And we went from Pisces into Aquarius in January. So the age ended in Pisces and began in Aquarius officially, supposedly, of January 8th of this year, 2018. But we've been in a transition period from Pisces to Aquarius since 2012. And that's what all that stuff with the Mayan calendar is. Because you see with the fish in the mouth, that was the end of Pisces. But then what they didn't tell you is that this was also symbolic of a whole new cycle, whole new age, which is the age of Aquarius, that even Jesus was talking about. All right? And so also on top of it, we have this Jupiter, Saturn, Jupiter great conjunction that takes place in late December 2020. Right? This is going to be huge. This is a really big deal. And I wanted to help give you a visual. So you can go to theplanetstoday.com and you can click this little tab here, and there's you'll see in the next picture, a little slide, and you can adjust the time, and this is where you can see where the planets and all, they're doing their little dance and where they're going to be and what it's going to look like at whatever time you designate it to be. So I took this picture as of today, a couple days ago. So this is where the planets were roughly a couple days ago. All right, so then what I did to show you in 2020, whenever this great conjunction between Saturn and Jupiter take place, where you're going to see it's going to look like Jupiter has wings. This is Nibiru. This is planet X, as they call it, which Saturn's always been planet X. But this is the winged disk, the winged planet. You see the winter solstice of 2020 up here? Look. See how they're on top of each other banging? So it's going to look like to us like Jupiter has wings. It's going to look like a winged planet. This is a really important time. You know, all the Egyptians specifically and all their hieroglyphs, they show the winged disk and then they show the little squiggly lines, which is Aquarius. Because this conjunction, you got to understand why this is such a big deal. These conjunctions, they happen every 20 years, right? So it's not like they're ultra rare. But the thing is that they set the tone for the next, funny use of words, right? They set the tone literally probably this time for the next generation, the next 20 years. And you got to think of this, right? The last great conjunction took place on May 31st, 2000. Okay, so we were in Pisces then. And that was the last great conjunction. And what happened 1 year after the last great conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter in Pisces? A 9/11 happened. So if the last great conjunction was a big bang at the end of the age, well, then I bet you this first great conjunction for the new age, Aquarius, is probably going to be something to write home about. And on top of all this, right, to tie in even more how crazy all this is, Pluto is involved. Saturn will conjunct Pluto from 2018 through 2020. All right, now let me show you something else real quick. I forgot to pull it up. Okay, now look at the dates. So Saturn and Pluto conjuncting from 2018 through 2020, right? So look at the last time these conjunctions took place. October 5th, 1914. This happened right during actually the breakout of World War I. August 11th, 1947, whenever they were conjunct. Shortly after, 2 years after World War II, when they opposed each other. August 5th, 2001, and Gemini, no less. Gemini is the twins. So 1 month before 9/11 happened, Saturn and Pluto were opposite each other. In Gemini, which is the twins, and the twin towers came down, and not only that, Gemini is an air sign. Those twin towers were taken down by airplanes. So whether these two are together or whether they have been apart in these alignments, World War I, World War II, and World War III. And so we have them conjuncting between now through 2020. We have the great conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter, the winged disk, also in 2020. So this is the time that they mentioned in Twin Peaks, that show, when Saturn and Jupiter meet, the door to the Black Lodge will be opening, which is your subconscious mind, supposedly. This is a really, really big, special, important time. And it's on top of all of this, you have Uranus coming back for his bride. Because Uranus comes from Uranus, which literally means heaven, and guess who the bride is? Us. Earth. So all this is going on. And whether it be 2010, I've heard 2010 and 2012 is when the end of Pisces took place and the transition into the beginning of Aquarius. So we went from water to air. And think about it, right? In January of 8th of this year, supposedly is when we actually entered into Aquarius. A month later, we had the Super Bowl. The Eagles won. There's your air sign. And the halftime show was performed by Timber Lake. When a tree topples over, we say timber, we say see you later. So they were saying see you later water, see you later lake, hello air. That's why I really think MH370, I really do think that plane's coming back. I think it's going to come out of the water, and I think it's going to come into the air and then right back down as a tsunami bomb or whatever the case may be. But it's going to come out of the water and then go right in the air, and then where it goes from there, I don't know. That's what I think. Doesn't matter. That's speculation. So, and these earthquakes, right? So anyway, 2010, 2012, depending on where you look, was the end of Pisces. And what do you know, right smack dab in the middle there, 2011 was a monster earthquake, right? That was when the whole Fukushima thing happened. And that was like the third largest earthquake ever. So it's like we had a major earthquake to knock us out because we got to align with this stuff. So we had that big major earthquake to knock us out of Pisces. So this next one that's going to, even the Bible says, is going to be the biggest one ever. We had a big one to knock us out of Pisces. We're going to have a big one knocking us into Aquarius. So these things are going to happen. It's just part of this whole cycle. It's what happens. So there you go. Pretty cussing interesting stuff, if you ask me. Thanks to everybody for watching. Thank you to my subscribers. And one more thing, because I want to make sure I drive this home. You know, the zodiac split into 12 sections or quarters and even by half, right? So we just came out of Pisces. This was the end of 13,000 or 12,000 or whatever, thousands of years of darkness. As soon as we went into Aquarius, this is a whole period. Now this half is light. So this really is a truly great time to be alive. And the destruction of stuff that comes with it, yep, there's nothing we can do about that. That's out of our control. All we can do is use this time to our advantage. And this is the time to achieve the dreams and the goals that you set out to do, and just be the best person you can be. So this isn't doom and gloom. This whole Black Lodge opening, the door to the Black Lodge will open your subconscious mind. This is an even bigger event inside than it is the external stuff. All right, so it's time to shine bright, my brothers and sisters. Faux show.